Hi, I'm Stephen Hester, and I'm a lead solutions engineer here at FinQuery. And today I want to walk through how FinQuery Software Management can help your organization build a complete software inventory to manage all of the applications and subscriptions that your business relies upon. So let's take a moment to discuss how organizations are coping with this challenge of tracking well in excess of 100 different software applications and all the subscription components that come with them. Many times when I'm talking with different organizations, they are still relying on solutions like Excel spreadsheets to track some level of information about their software portfolio, generally tied to things like the vendor name or the total contract value and sometimes renewal dates. Many times, this central spreadsheet is out of date or hard to maintain because of all the disparate and departmental ownership practices that exist within businesses, where different department heads may sign up for SaaS solutions to solve their particular business problems, but they don't adhere to a lot of the standardized practices that IT may set forth. And many times when we're talking with different finance teams, they're really just relying upon transaction review itself to identify if there is spend for software applications that they're unaware of. But as we're talking through all these processes, what it really comes down to is that most organizations do not have a central software inventory that they can rely upon to be accurate, to give them information about users, applications, and costs associated with some of the most critical elements of running their business. So as we think through how a lot of those processes are inadequate to effectively scale for an organization, a lot of these problems may start to appear within your business. Having an incomplete list of software makes it much more challenging for IT, finance, and teams to properly manage software applications. And GL and AP statements or various spreadsheets are likely to lack the sufficient detail that's necessary for you to get the right insights to understand where your spend is in relation to your software investments. And all of these manual processes cost the business valuable time, leading to lost productivity. Failing to organize a complete and accurate list of SaaS apps can lead to systemic security, financial, and operational risk to any organization. So to help organizations solve this problem, I'll walk through how FinQuery Software Management helps to automate and centralize your software catalog into a single interface, and gives you the capabilities to capture detailed information about your software assets in order to drive better decision making, and how we can empower distributed ownership and management across your entire workforce. FinQuery Software Management, or FSM for short, makes it simple to aggregate all software in use across your organization. On screen, we're showcasing all of the tracked software in use across this business in a tabular format that can be sorted, filtered, and modified to fit your needs. Every application listed on the left-hand side is either sourced or can be added directly by administrators to begin tracking and tagging it with all the critical data points that you need to manage these software applications. Any authorized user from IT, finance, or other teams could come to this inventory and understand key details around application ownership across various users or functions within the business. IT could come and view things like different user counts or activity trends for any individual application in the business. And finance can visualize details around various spend and subscription components that may impact this particular application that's in use within the organization. Having this information readily available and accurate makes it much simpler for IT and finance to better forecast and manage all of these expenses related to software. From any screen, you can quickly begin searching for any application or user within the platform, click into a vendor profile, and see all of the critical details about your software. On the left-hand side, you can see descriptions about the application, tags describing the ownership and allocation to different groups within the business, and at the bottom, you can even set various custom metadata fields to help better describe this application in the context of your own business. In the middle of the screen, you can see a spend summary for all of the subscription expenses related to this application, so you can find fluctuating spend over the past 12 months and track each individual transaction that may be associated with this vendor. IT and application owners can also quickly see utilization trends across applications, so they can make better decisions around license assignment or revocation of stagnant users. FSM allows us to see these detailed data points on every vendor profile far more easily than managing a separate spreadsheet or running reports from every individual application. You can go to the Users tab to review all of the various users that have access to this application, including their existing license assignments, and you can modify those users or remove them from the application. Activity tracking tabs allows you to see application utilization at a per user level so that you can look across various user accounts with different time horizons and understand what type of activity each individual user has had within this particular app. And if we refer back to our integration sources, we track all activity that may be sourced from browser usage, single sign-on, or application-specific events so that you can get clear pictures into the utilization of every application, all the way down to specific license types or specific groups. Spend data from your financial systems like Sage or NetSuite is automatically matched to the application for clear reporting on both previous and forecasted spend. Administrators can store critical attachments like licensing agreements or security assessments right where you actually manage the software, rather than in a SharePoint site or a Google Drive folder. And at any time, you can modify your vendor profiles to match your own business rules. FSM gives you the flexibility of adding things like new descriptions, approvals, tagging various applications with different categories. And of course, coming across the top, you can add any number of custom fields that you would like to track, set various user roles or licensing assignments that are available in these apps, and set various payment configurations so that any of the costs associated with your subscription can be represented as part of your forecast. FinQuery Software Management makes it simple to track your applications, users, and activity so you can better control your largest areas of spend and answer those critical business questions related to one of the largest cost centers most organizations are facing today.